Mr. Excel podcast is sponsored by Easy Excel. Learn Excel from Mr. Excel podcast episode 1681, Strikethrough. Hey, welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Jellin. I know I've done to-do lists before. I know I've done Strikethrough before. But here's a funny story. I was down in Merritt Island, Florida last week. I bought some oranges from right there from one of the guys who grows oranges on the Indian River. And I was juicing those oranges tonight using these new really sharp knives. They're really sharp. So I hacked the heck out of my left hand. So I'm going to try and do a podcast entirely with the mouse today. I don't know if I can do that or not, but here we go. All right, so I like to keep a to-do list. And one of the most satisfying things with a to-do list is to cross things off the list. So I want to use Strikethrough, but you'll notice that Strikethrough is not here in the font dialog box. So I like to use a great shortcut key that's Ctrl+5. Now, Ctrl+5, I always wondered why Ctrl+5 is Strikethrough. Well, the 5 kind of looks like an S, right? Ctrl+S is already saved. So Ctrl+5 for Strikethrough will add a very satisfying line through that item. And I also like to keep track of the order that I do things in. So remember the great old shortcut key. This one's tough. Control-Shift: colon to put in the current time. So as I cross something out, I note the time, and then I can just come here and data A to Z. Whoops, why didn't that one work? Data sort. My data has headers. Sort by time. There we go. All right. And then it brings the items to the top, and I still have additional things to do. Now, more about Strikethrough. Up here on the Quick Access Toolbar, if we would customize the Quick Access Toolbar and go to All Commands, there is, amazingly enough, an icon for Strikethrough. So there is an icon that they could have added to the ribbon had they thought it was important enough. Probably if they would have liked to cross things out as much as I do. Still, there we go, Strikethrough, just choose that, click Add, all right, and then you'll have one-click access to Strikethrough right there. Can we add this to the Home tab, kind of like where it belongs? Well, you know, customizing the ribbon is one of those frustrating things. Right-click and say Customize the ribbon. What you have to do, you can't add anything to a font group. See, it's grayed out. You have to add a whole new group. So we have a group there. I'll move it up one. Yes, we could add Strikethrough to that group, but then it just looks really, really funny. Let me show you what it looks like, and then we'll find a better way to do this. So take Strikethrough, add it, click OK, and you see now I get this huge big icon up here. It's because there's only one icon in the group. So a better way to go might be to add a whole bunch of things to this new group. And the things we would want to add are the things that should be in the font group. So we're going to come here to All Tabs, and then expand the Home tab, find the Font tab, and we're going to add items to this group. I can just click Add until they're all added. Move Strikethrough down to the bottom. And then we can actually take the font item and remove it. Okay, and let's see, we should rename this with font 2. Click OK. Click OK. All right, and now we have our own font group with Strikethrough. Of course, anytime you add your own custom group, they kind of randomly decide on the fly how to organize these things, and so it doesn't look exactly the same. One of those frustrating things with customizing the ribbon, unless you want to get into RibbonX and writing some programming code. Hey, I'm going to just close here with one more interesting thing here. I have a chart title. What if we want to strike through this chart title? I'm going to right click on the border and say font ... where we have amazingly the double strike through, right? This is that secret dialog box that gives us things like all caps, small caps, double strike through. This is like from Word or PowerPoint, and a challenge to you: if you can find any way that I could apply double strike through to just a regular cell. I cannot figure out how to get this cool, like I can't right click here and say add to quick access toolbar. I can't even find it in the customized quick access toolbar. Boy, I would love to have the ability to do the things that are here in the font to regular cells. Leave me a note at YouTube if you can figure out how to do that. All right, there you go, a one-handed podcast. Thank you for your patience today. We'll be back, I'm sure, tomorrow with both hands, and I'll be able to do all kinds of things, including typing the letter F, which I can't seem to do today. All right, well, I want to thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.